What's up everyone and welcome to a new Minecraft video. I'm TheCactusMonkey and today we are starting in the Minecraft launcher because today isn't any normal snapshot day. Today is the release day of Minecraft 1.14. As you can see down here it says download 1.14 latest release. So let's get right into this. Just before we start, I want to say that all timestamps for the different features are down in the description. If you have any questions, then ask me down in the comments below or consider joining my Discord. There are a link in the description as well for that. In the Discord I will be able to answer and discuss a lot of these new features with you all. So let's check out all the new features for Minecraft 1.14. So here we launch up the game, and if you didn't know, we have gotten this new starting screen with the village and pillage in the background. You can see the villagers and the new villages, also pillager outposts and bamboo forests. This video will go through about all the new things for Minecraft 1.14, and we will do this in alphabetical order. So we start at A and go all the way down W. I don't think we have anything on W, but we have world generation on W, so we go A to W. And here you can also see the bamboo forest coming in with the pandas in the background. But let's start on the single thing we have on A, and this is the accessibility. And there are a new button down here which is the accessibility settings. This can also be found through options and then accessibility settings down here. And this is where you can find the narrator. You can change text background and your chat opacity. You can also turn on and off auto jump. Turn on background for chat or everywhere. And this can be, for example, sleeping messages, name tags, and names of players and more. And we also have subtitles for sounds up here. The new accessibility options also let you shift tab and tab through menus, as you can see here. And for example, up here in the FOV, you can use the arrows to right and left and change the sliders. We can then press enter to go in on the chosen button. And then we can go down to the done button and press enter and we get it back. And the same thing goes for if you want to change some settings on the buttons, you use enter. We have gotten this new loading screen for worlds. While we are loading up this world, I thought I could show you this. Bamboo have also been added in 1.14. It can grow between 12 to 16 blocks tall. And it can be found in the two new biomes, Bamboo Jungle and Bamboo Jungle Hills. It has multiple states. It starts at this little small state with the bamboo plant. Bone meal can then grow to 1 to 2 blocks at a time. And now we have the small bamboo, and now we get a little bit bigger one. So there you can see first one grew 1, this one grew twice. The leaves are always at the top, and when you break the lowest one, all the bamboo breaks, so they can't float. 2 bamboo like this can be crafted into a stick, and you can use bamboo to smelt items in a furnace. The barrel have been added into the game, and this is a container like a chest that you can open even if there are blocks above it. You can see that it has an open state. If you check after you close the inventory, you can see it opens. It can be accessed, as said, even if we have blocks all around it. We craft the barrel using 2 slabs and 6 planks like this. It can be any type of wood and you get 1 barrel. Bells are also a new block. They can be found in the center parts of the new villages. You can obtain them by either taking one from a village or trade with some certain villages. We use the bell to alert nearby villages so they run into their houses and hides for raids. All pillager mobs also get lit up with a glowing effect for 3 seconds when you ring the bell, and this has a radius of 30 blocks. A new plant can be found in the taiga biomes. This is the berries and the berry bushes. You can eat the berries and you can plant them on the ground first as a bush, and then you can use bone meal to get them bigger into 4 different states, and you can right click to harvest the bushes. They are more common in normal taigas, but they are rarely found in snowy taigas as well. You can stay inside them, but you get half a heart of damage when you move. You can stand completely still and you will take absolutely no damage, but when you start to walk, you will take half a heart for each tick. And the berry bushes cannot be picked up with silk touch. You can only harvest the berries or actually take the whole bush down, and then you will get these berries that you can plant down into these smaller bushes. We have got a new biome based architecture for the villages, and this adds a lot of new structure files, about 100 new for each biome, and these new villages can be found in the taiga, plains and the deserts. And the villages are now generated using this very interesting block called a Jigsaw block, where we have target pools, attachment types and a turn into state. And this is how the houses attach to the different paths, plazas and meeting points and more. Another new block that have been added is the blast furnace. This block is crafted using smooth stone, a furnace and 5 iron like this, and this is a more powerful furnace for ores. So this is about 2 to 3 times faster than a normal furnace to only work for ores. We have also gotten campfires added into the game, and they spawn in the taiga biomes, in the taiga villages. They are a fireplace without any fire spread. They cook up food if you right click, up to 4 food at a time, but at a very slow pace. They have this smoke signals, and if you place a hay bale block below, it will go up to 25 blocks up in the sky instead of about 10. You also get this more dense smoke, and you are able to see this as far as your render distance go. When everything is cooked, they fall off like this, and we can get those 4 cooked chicken. It can also be unlit with a water bucket and then relit with a flint and steel. Another new block that have been added is the Cartography table, and this is used to expand maps and to copy maps. And we have a really nice graphical user interface here, where you can see how the map will change. It's crafted using 4 planks and 2 paper on top. It can be any type of plank. As you may have seen around here, there are cats running around. They have been separated from the ocelots and are now their own special mob. They can be tamed using fish, and when you are in survival, you want to make really small movements so you don't scare them off. I consider sneaking and being very cautious while moving around the cursor. When you wake up from your bed, all tame cats will give you some small gifts that they have found during the night. Phantoms are also really scared of cats, so they are a good way to scare off all the phantoms at the night. The color of a tame cat can also be dyed in any variant as with a dog, and there are 9 different type of cat skins. And now to the community suggestions. Leaves have a small chance to drop sticks. You can shoot off the curious fruits from a tree using a bow, but it's only the fruit or flower that can be shot off. As you can see, we can shoot at the stem and that won't do anything, and it will drop off the flower for you to pick it up as well. Dead bushes can be used as fuel. Beetroot soup and rabbit stew have gotten shapeless crafting recipes. Creepers now drop records even when killed by strays. Sheeps can now be sheared using a dispenser with a shear in them, and this works on any blocks around the sheep. So it can be here, 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 below or above. TNT and TNT minecart now have 100% drop rate of the blocks. As you can see here, we will get a lot of dirt. You could also see we got some sticks there from the tree, and you will get a lot more blocks when using TNT now. Composters are a new block added into the game, another crafting block for the villages, and we can use crops in this to get bone meal. It can be anything from wheat to pumpkins to beetroot, berries, carrots, potatoes, and more. Even cake. And this is crafted using 3 planks and 4 fence. We have also gotten a new weapon, the crossbow, and you load it up. It will look like this on your screen. You can now change to any other thing in your hotbar, and when you decide to shoot, you just right click and you shoot the crossbow off. This crossbow makes a little bit more damage than a normal bow, and it comes with 3 new enchantments. We have multi-shot, goes up to only 1. We have piercing, goes up to 4. And quick charge that goes up to 3. Multi-shots shoots 3 arrows at once. As you can see here, if we shoot it into the ground, you can see we get 3 arrows. Piercing shoots through mobs. So if I shoot with a piercing 4, if I hit a mob and 4 other mobs are standing behind it, all those 5 mobs will be hit. If you have piercing 1, you can hit 2 mobs, and it goes all the way up to piercing 4. And quick charge are charging up the bow 0.25 seconds per level. So quick charge 3 is 0.75 seconds faster at charging than a normal crossbow. If you have fireworks in your offhand, you can also load it up in the crossbow. You can see we get this little special icon. You can see we have a firework in this loaded crossbow, and when we shoot it off, those fireworks will go off into the sky like so. And we can also do this without multi-shot, and then it will just be a single firework. We have also gotten a lot of new decorative blocks. We have gotten a lot of new slabs and stairs. As you can see here, we have granite stairs, sandstone stairs, andesite slabs and more. We have also gotten new walls, as you can see here, prismarine walls and stone brick walls and more. And we have also gotten different type of signs, and they now require their own type of wood. So the oak sign needs oak planks, while the jungle need jungle planks. 4 new dyes have been added and are separate from their old version. So the white dye was bone meal, black dye was ink sacs, brown dye was cocoa beans, and blue dyes was lapis. And these new dyes are used to color stuff like leather armor, glass, carpet, and more. We have also gotten a fletching table. This has no purpose whatsoever so far, but it will get its purpose in 1.15. Though we can craft it, so we can use it as a decorative block, and you use 4 planks of any type and 2 flints on top, and you get the fletching table. And this may hint that we get a new combat update in 1.15, because both have something to do with combat. We have gotten 3 new flowers. We have gotten the lily of the valley, the cornflower, and the wither rose. The lily of the valley will give you white dye, and the cornflower will give you blue dye. The wither rose will actually damage the player with a wither effect. As you can see here, while standing in it, you get a little bit of wither for about 2 seconds, and this is obtained by a wither killing any animal. So when an animal is killed, it will drop a wither rose, and you can then pick them up and use them for killing other mobs in the world, in mob farms, or just prank your friends. Another new mob is the fox, and it's this orange little dude. It comes in two variants, however. If you are in snowy biomes, then you will not get this orange variant, you will get a snowy variant, and it will be white instead. And there we go, I just summoned this guy in. You can see it's white with some blue instead of the orange and white. Foxes have some different ways they can be in. They can sleep like this, and they always sleep below trees. They can also run around and even sit. They hunt after rabbit, chickens and fish, and that is basically what they eat. But they also love the berry bushes, and you can see they have some stuff that they have hunted down in their mouth. So if we throw a berry or any other food item to them, they will pick it up in their mouth. You breed the foxes with berries, and their offspring will trust you forever. You can also find the foxes exploring nearby villages at night, because the fox is a night animal, so they run around at nighttime and they are sleeping below their trees at daytime. We have also gotten another crafting block. We have actually gotten quite a lot of them, and this is the Grindstone. This repairs and disenchants your tools. This is crafted using one stone slab. It has to be a stone slab, and then 2 sticks like that, and any type of planks, and you get 1 piece of the Grindstone. And when we disenchant something, we will get some levels back, as you could see down here. And if the swords are broken down, you can also combine them and get a fully repaired sword. And this is instead of combining your weapons in your inventory to get better durability. The Hero of the Village effect is a new effect that you get when you defeat a raid. So you get this depending on which Biome level you had on the raid. So if you defended a level 5 raid, you will get level 5 of Hero of the Village. But if you defended only a level 1 raid, you will only get Hero of the Village level 1. When you have the Hero of the Village effect, you will get great discounts at the villagers. They may drop you some goodies if they are thankful for what you have done to save their village. And the baby villagers will also drop you poppies. As you can see there, we now got some poppies. We also earlier got a golden axe from this big villager. Here we also got some more stuff from the villagers here. We have now gotten leather horse armor, and you are able to dye this however you want and get about any color that you want for your horse. Purple dyed leather armor that I put on this horse. We have also gotten a new light source, the lantern. You craft this using 1 torch and 9 iron nuggets like that, and you get 1 lantern. The lantern can be standing at the floor or hanging in the roof like that. And it also gives out slightly more light than a normal torch. We have also gotten this interesting new block. This is called a Lectern, and you craft it like this with 4 slabs and 1 bookshelf in the middle, and you get 1 Lectern. The Lectern is actually a redstone component, and you can use comparators out of it. But that's not their main purpose, because I have a book here in my hand and I can place it on the Lectern like this. You can now see that the comparator is giving an output, and if I now click in on this Lectern, you can see that I can start to read the book, and this makes it possible to us to read books with other people at the same time. So as long as the book is in the Lectern, many people can read it. If I flip the page, the output here on the back will actually change. So now you can see we have 2 redstone lamps or 4 redstone dust lit. If I now flip the page 2 times, we will have 4 redstone lamps. Another one, we will have the 6th one. And we can start to flip over, and this goes up all the way to 15. We can also go down to 1, and you will see we will only have 1 redstone lamp lit now. And we can take the book and we will have none of them. We have also gotten this interesting block. This is the Loom, and this is what we use to craft our banners. This is crafted with 2 string and 2 planks like that, and you get 1 piece of this block. Inside of it we can put a banner. We can use a new thing that is called a banner pattern, and this is for the special type of banner patterns. So if I use the globe, we get this new interesting banner design that also got added in this version. So this is a globe banner pattern, and most of you probably know these patterns for the most part. So we can put on easily patterns like this. We just put in a banner, a die, and we can choose whatever type of pattern we want. We can still do up to 6 layers, but if we put in the different, we can get this special type of flags that is not in the normal GUI over here. And this banner patterns makes it easier for you to get these new patterns, because previously to get this Mojang logo, or also called thing, you had to get a enchanted golden apple or a notch apple. Now we can just craft this banner pattern using 1 piece of paper and 1 golden apple, and we get this thing banner pattern. And then after that we can use the thing in here, or actually our old banner up here if we want to add something special on it. And then we get this as our output, and we also get the banner pattern back. So this is a renewable way to get these patterns all over again. As you may have seen around me in this very long video, we have also gotten a lot of new textures, as you can see. And this is the new textures for Minecraft, made by Jappa, the new pixel artist on Mojang. He made all these textures for the game. And if you still don't like these textures and want the old ones, you can go into options, resource pack, and get the programmer art. You get this reloading screen of the texture pack, and now we are back to the old classy textures. However, new blocks will still have the new textures, so if you want something more old like, you will need to redo them by yourself. We have also gotten 6 new Noteblock sounds. Actually only 5 new, but the 5th one, the pling one, is now obtainable in survival Minecraft. And here you can listen how all of them sounds like. If you put an iron block below your note block, you will get the iron xylophone. If you put soul sand below the note block, then you will get a cowbell sound. If you put a pumpkin below the note block, you will get a didgeridoo sound. If you put emerald blocks below note blocks, then you will get bit sounds. If you place a hay bell below the note block, then you will get a banjo sound. And all those 5 are the new added ones, and this is the last one that we finally can hear, and it's the pling sound, and you get it by putting a glowstone block below the note block, and it sounds like this. In the bamboo forests we can also get these pandas. They come in different types: playful, angry, lazy, and more. And they have many different ways of going around inside of the bamboo forests. And if you are lucky enough, you can also find these brown pandas that are very rare. And as you saw there, the big pandas actually jumped because one of those smaller ones just sneezed. Oh, there we got it again. Pandas are bred using bamboo, as you can see here, and they love to eat it. They can also lay at their back, and they are really enormous and really cute. These small pandas really like to sneeze, that's for sure. I think I forgot to say this, but we also have savanna villages with the new houses. And as I showed earlier, we have gotten this new pillager mob that will track down the villagers and attack them. Though the iron golem and wood will defend them and kill off the pillagers quite fast. And as you may have seen, they use the crossbow as their main weapon. It can be enchanted. These pillagers lives in these pillager outposts. As you can see, there are a lot of them around here. And we also have a pillager captain here with the ominous banner on their head. If we kill one of these guys, you can see we get the ominous banner, but we also get the bad omen effect. But back to the pillager outpost, there are one chest spawning and you can get pillager stuff like this. Things they have gotten from the villagers, some iron, they love the dark oak, and even their crossbows. And sometimes they have these capture chambers. If they are lucky enough to capture an iron golem, it will be inside of here. And there can also be tents, logs and more around the pillager outposts. But back to the village, you can now see that my bad omen effect disappeared and we have a raid going up on top up there. This is where we will see the pillagers. They spawn in raids around the village. There they come. What we need to do is to defend the village from the pillagers. We have some help from the iron golem. As you can see, we also get a notification that there are only 2 pillagers left. When we kill this last one guy off, there will spawn in or load in a new raid. And these raids come in different strength. It's dependent on both difficulty, on easy, normal or hard. Easy you get 3 raids, normal 5, hard 7. And if you have higher bad OM than 1, the effect, or you will get 1 extra raid. Here we can also see we get the Vindicators, and in the next raid we may be able to see a new mob called the Ravanger. Here they come and you can see that big beast. That is the Ravanger. This has a lot of health points. You can see this guy also has some effects, and that's because we have a little witch spawning in this raid as well. So what mobs can spawn in the raids? We have these Ravangers, we have the Pillagers, we have the Vindicators, and witches, and also Vindicators. So this is now a new way for us to farm Totem of Undying. And when we defend the village, we get the Hero of the Village challenge. And it says raid complete or raid victory. And if the villagers start to go out from their houses, they are able to shoot fireworks. So if they have sky access, as you see here, they will shoot random fireworks into the sky. And this is now when, as I said, how we get the Hero of the Village effect. So now we are in a desert village, as you can see around me here. Actually another one over there. And these can have big tall buildings like this. We have also gotten some new loots in these different villages. Enough for that, we have gotten some new book changes. And if I start to write here, this is a common thing how it can look in Minecraft books. However, we can now mark text as this. We can use our cursor to jump around. We can use all the arrow keys to go back and forward, remove stuff we don't want. We can copy and paste in the book, and these are some very handy tools for us to make books. This same behavior comes for signs. We can type here, go back into the sign, can't copy or paste however, but we can go into text finally like this. And we can't use our cursor to mark either, but we can go back and forward. A sign isn't that big, so you don't need to really copy and paste a lot here. We have gotten these new signs, as I said earlier, but we have some really dark text. Look what we can do. We can color the text however we want with any dye, just by right clicking on the sign. This is really nice. We have also gotten this new block, the Scaffolding, and this is a really interesting block that has some interesting behaviors. I'm building straight up right now, as you can see, and if you go inside it, you can climb. You can stay on the desired place you want to be. If you are in the middle, you have this more smooth way up, but if you're on the side, you're more jump. Break off all of them and they will fall down. You can also hold in, doing like this, and you can now see that they are falling down to here. So this is somewhat of a gravity block. You can go out to 6 blocks, then it starts to fall down. When it have gone all the way up, it's then starts, you can then start over in any direction like this. And if you want to go up, sadly you need to do that from down here, as it looks like right now. Otherwise it just wants you to go out to the side. Oh, actually there. So if you sneak, you can build upwards. But there are some really weird behavior. You can sneak on these because there are nothing below them. But when you are in here, it wants you to go up and down. If we break the lowest one, everything will pop off and we can easily pick everything up. So it will probably be very handy. As you can see, everything just pops off. With these, we don't have to break everything down. And I almost forgot, we craft this using bamboo and a string, actually 6 bamboo and 1 string, and you get 6 scaffolding block. Now to the 3 last crafting blocks that we have gotten added were the villagers workstations. This is the smithing table. It has no use, the same as the fletching table, and this will get its update in 1.15. That probably will be something about combat, because this is the smithing table, we had a fletching table, that's stuff about the combat, so that will probably come soon. Then we also have the smoker, same as the blast furnace, but it cooks food much faster than a normal furnace. And then we have the Stonecutter that lets you put in stuff here and get another block out. But let's start how we craft the smithing table. You use this with 4 planks of any sort and 2 iron ingots and you get the smithing table. And the smoker is crafted with 4 logs in a formation like this, with a furnace in the middle, and you get 1 smoker. And then at last we have the smoker, 3 normal stone and 1 iron ingot on top, and you get the Stonecutter. So as said, the smoker are a faster furnace for food. It will cook up between 2 to 3 times faster than a normal furnace. But this only works for food, no ores or anything else. Ores goes in the blast furnace. And to the Stonecutter, here I have some cobblestone. You can now see what can we craft with cobblestone. So for 1 cobblestone we can get 2 slabs, 1 stair, or 1 cobblestone wall. We can't get anything from the chiseled sandstone, but with the sandstone we can actually chisel it and get this variant. We can also get slabs, both smooth or cut sandstone and normal sandstone slabs. We can get walls and more. And this, when you have made a cut sandstone, you can also make it to a slab, because we could do that. And if I actually put a stack in here now, and now we can get 64 stairs from a stack of stone blocks. Previously we could only get 40 of stairs using a normal crafting table. This is still the case, but if you invest that 3 smooth stone and an iron ingot on top, you can get 64 for each stack of stone. Another little sneaky thing that we have gotten in this update is the suspicious stew. And you craft this using mushrooms and a random flower, and you can get this suspicious stew. Each flower gives the suspicious stew their own effect. So when you are hungry, you can use this suspicious stew. This was the cornflower, and you can now see that we get a jump boost. Sadly only of one, so we can just jump 1.5 block. And it works for 5 seconds. If you are very unlucky, you may get someone may give you this with the wither rose, and you will get the wither effect. These stews can also be given from villagers, and then you get one at random, so you never know which one you will get. So that's a really lottery. You could get some really good stuff or some really bad stuff. So now we are in a snowy village, and it's currently thunder outside. And you may wonder, what is this little red mushroom cow doing outside here? Well, if you throw a chandling trident on a red mushroom cow, it will get into a brown one. And this also can be affected when a normal lightning strike hits. And you also have a really slim chance of the brown mushroom cow to be spawned when you breed normal mushroom cows. But what is so different with this cow, you may wonder? Well, if you feed this guy any flour and then use your suspicious stew on it, or a normal bowl I mean, you will then get a suspicious stew back. And when you later eat these up, you will get the effect from the flour that you put on, or that you fed the brown mushroom cow. And you can actually see this only works for once. After that you get these normal mushroom stews. And this guy is actually a secret. This isn't even on the update post for 1.14. So we're glad that you checked over here. Oh, goodbye. Well, back to the last things here on the update post. We have the villagers, and what you may have seen is the updated GUI, and that they have new clothes and also a new system of leveling up. You can see he has a little stone badge down there, and that badge will upgrade the more you trade with him. And also, if I pick out my emeralds here, you can see he holds some bread because he wants bread, or he wants emeralds for bread. So if I trade that, you can see this bar going up. We can no longer trade bread. And if I now give him some carrots, he will trade me emeralds, and now he will level up soon. And there you see, now he is an iron guy instead of a stone guy. He changed his badge down there, and he now has 4 trades. When their trades are out, it says villagers restock up to 2 times per day, and they do this at their workstations. So these new blocks that I have been showing you all today is their workstations. And look, he now got a gold badge, and he now has even more trades. So all these new blocks are workstations for the villagers. And now we have this emerald villagers, and now you can see we can scroll up and down, and here we have even the suspicious stew. And we don't know what suspicious stew this even is. And now at last he has a diamond badge, and he have all the trades, and he can give us some real goodies down here. Some good glistering melons and golden carrots. And let's now test these suspicious stews out. This first one was weakness. We also had some other ones. I guess this will also be the weakness, yes, because we bought a whole batch. But this will be the other trade, and this is blindness. So these are some of the different trades that we have. You never know what one you will get, but after a while you may know that this is in fact weakness and blindness, and you can trade them and give them to your friends. How evil. It actually still says on the update post that the GUI that you can see here is still work in progress, so this may change in 1.14.1.2 etc, or maybe in 1.15. We will see. I actually like this quite a lot. And you can now see that this guy have been restocking his first trades, and you can even see how the prices go up and down. So you have this red strike through, now only need 2 emeralds for 18 cookies, or 21 carrots for 1 emerald, etc. And at last we have gotten the new mob called the Wandering Trader. And this is a villager that comes out from around the world, and can trade you some goodies that you may not have gotten. So you can see this gives me coral, saplings, cacti, mushrooms and more that isn't from this area, and they spawn in with about 2 llamas each time. This is a special llama called a trader llama, and this has this special blue carpet or clothes on them, and both of these have their own spawn eggs and they look like this. And here you can see some other example as well from what we can get from this wandering trader. And that is pretty much it. Now there are just a lot of technical changes that I won't go into. There are some light engine changes, server changes, loot tables, commands, new world generation, performance improvements, rendering options, and more. But if you like this really long 1.14 explaining video, please leave a like and don't forget to subscribe, and I will see you around later. So see you and goodbye.